A few people are taken up with the idea of boycotting the court. Boycott the court. We got to get answers. We got to get answers. Come on, people. Come on. I don't want to be doing this, but some people have been brainwashed into oblivion. It's time to wake up. It's time to wake up. In my opinion, best course of action is to boycott the court, the Armstrong County Courthouse. Boycott it. Do not participate. So, like I said, this isn't about me. There's answers. We need answers. We need answers. This isn't rocket science. There's no one that should want to participate in that courthouse based off the information that I'm able to show you. There's not one person who can honestly say that that doesn't bother them. And if the and I'm suggesting that the only reason to participate would be out of fear. What are you going to make decisions out of fear? You know what I mean? But what are they going to do? What are they? I'm asking. What are they going to do if everybody boycotts the court? I'm arguing that it's your right and it's your responsibility to do so. Do you want to argue with me? Hey, what do you want to do? I mean, do you want to try and argue that? Why don't I have my dog? Why is my ex-girlfriend being allowed to use a PFA to illegally withhold my dog from me? I mean, yeah, it's up to you guys. I mean, boycott the court. I mean, that's what I'm thinking. That's my opinion. So, yeah, you imagine that. Like I said, I don't want to be doing this. It's just that I have to save you. Some of you people are just. I'm gonna have to save the entire world. I mean, what a fantastic idea this is. I mean, this hasn't been done before. It'll pick up attention, and maybe it'll actually change something because you know that the agencies and departments within the government that are supposed to uphold the fucking government to think that those mean anything at this point is complete and total satanic brainwashing. I mean, yeah, so the people are the only checks and balances of the government. I have, look, it's right here. The details are the details, and there's no reason to want. I mean, you can't say that we can't say that this is not something that people should be worried about. Like I don't see any. I'm open to arguments against this idea. I just don't see any. I don't see how you can acknowledge the details and say that this isn't a reasonable plan. Call me crazy. I don't care. There's nothing that any of you can bring up about me that I care about. Please understand this. I do not care what you think. Zero. there is anything you want to bring up. I do not care. It's irrelevant to me. Again, I don't want to do this. I'm just doing it because fucking nobody else will do it. I feel like I'm being held hostage here. Basically, a hostage setup, more or less. So, I hope that people can acknowledge reality so you can affect it. Once again, I hope people will acknowledge reality. Everybody wants to know when change is going to happen. Most of you people need to start with acknowledging truth on your day-to-day life. People have been mistreated by the government as a whole. Yeah, we're talking about the court Katanning right now, but um, it's the same spirit the whole way through. It's to, yeah, there's, I talk a lot about the justice system because that's the part that I'm bringing to people's attention. But we could go into any parts of the government. But even we need some It's time for transparency, and it's time for truth. There's a lot of cops around here in Armstrong County that have been getting away with laughable conduct. Laughable. I mean, again, I some of you cops, I mean, you might as well go work at a carnival. It, you're out trying to ruin people's lives and keep kicking kicking people when they're down. I mean, we're gonna be bringing up some cases of how they were handled by the police on this channel as well very soon. Very soon. You're all gonna like it, I promise. Unless you refuse to acknowledge the truth, that is. Um, it's not personal. It's just, I mean, people need to wake up a little bit and acknowledge reality and acknowledge that the government, at any faction, is only oversought by the people. You cannot argue that the government oversight bodies do anything at all. Again, these people will just they. It is what it is, and it's time to accept that as a species and move on. So I don't have to sit in front of a fucking computer and do this. I don't want to do this. It's just that some of you people will, I mean, just bow down. You want to be ruled over. Yeah. There's a lot, and actually, when you start getting in, uh, I can only drop so much truth at a time because if people could go into convulsions if they get too big of a dose at one time. It's very dangerous. I'm serious. People have choked and died getting too much truth at one time. But uh, there's a darker agenda behind just about everything that it's time to wake up to. It's been there for a long time. People can see it now. The building's on fire. Are the bells going off? I'm not very good. Again, I don't want to be doing this. So I'm not good at talking. It's just that people aren't being prescribed truth, in a anywhere near a strong enough dose. But since I'm not very good at talking, I would like to recommend you. This person may. This guy's a friend of mine. He's a good guy, great guy, excellent teacher. He may be able to help unfuck your mind. If, for the people who want to live in denial, false reality, believe they have dominion over other people because they believe that they're better than them, or whether it's ruining somebody's life. Uh, some of these cops that like to pick on people and attempt to ruin their life because they feel that they have some type of superiority over them, or whatever it is. I mean, that's going on a lot that we're going to be bringing up information on soon here in this county. Uh, I don't even know what I was just going off saying there, but yeah, check out our everyday lives on YouTube. Watch the go go to the channel page, go to the videos, click oldest, and start watching them from there all the way down to current, and then do the same thing with the lives. If you are completely asleep, like you have zero acknowledgement of truth, and you watch those videos, in the Matrix, being in the Matrix, you would say, "This isn't medical. I'm not a doctor," but it it could have a it could really either unfuck your mind, uh, or it could just spin you down because the truth is very. You can either handle it or not. I guess I don't know, but yeah, check him out. He's a great guy. He has a Patreon channel. You can check out the Patreon channel, join the community, uh, and start to acknowledge reality, and stop holding those of us who already have back. Again, those of you who are refusing to acknowledge reality are holding those of us who will and are back. You're holding us back. So much ridiculous bullshit built into the system that people have just been obliviously, I mean, reckless abandonment that's gotten out of hand. That everything is to keep you enslaved to a system that is a lot darker than, if let's say, you maybe watch the news, the mainstream news. I don't know if anybody watches the news anymore. The definition of the news, it would be for someone to go out and seek the truth and then sit down in front of a camera and say it. I don't know if you perceive yourself to be getting that from the mainstream news or not, or even what they would call mainstream YouTube. But if you do think that, this may be a little bit much for you, but uh, it's worth a chance. Maybe consult with your doctor first, just as a kind of a all around recommend. Because I'm serious. A lot of you can't handle it. It is what it is, and there's a lot darker agenda behind stuff that's right there. It's right there. Why did the twin towers fall over? What happened on 9/11? There's It's time to wake up.